In true purple tradition, number 96 is the newest sack man to make his mark on the Viking defense. You're meeting Brian Robison. Weeks after the Lynx, there's another champion in town. The soccer kings of the NASL are the Stars. Captain Kyle's in-house. We're all over the MIAC with a former player turned broadcaster, and it's a special bye-week acoustic song from none other than GB Leighton. It's all here. It's Game On. Once again, we're nestled and tucked in downtown Minneapolis. Our amazing view from 7 Steakhouse, Sushi, Ultralounge, and Skybar in the heart of downtown Minneapolis on Block E. You're looking over the top of Skybar, great seats, best in the house. And this is the Sushi level where we're taping today. One of the many floors, great vantage point here at 7, your ultimate event destination. And once again, you found Game On, powered by 7. Delighted to have you with us. It's game day. Rod Simons, thank you for taking time out of your busy Sunday to let us be a part of your day. We're talking a lot of purple, even though the Vikings are off. Many of the players are actually, they've been off the last few days. They're getting back into town. We'll talk Vikings, we'll talk soccer, have a little bit of music for you, a very special presentation for you there, as well as high school and MIAC, as we always do here on Game On. But we always start Game On by the numbers. And by the numbers, the Vikings are off on this Sunday. They call it the bye week in the National Football League. And talk about a scheduling snafu. The Vikings played Green Bay just a couple of weeks ago, then get Carolina, then they're off. Vikings back at Lambeau Field on Monday night, a week from now. Vikings are 3-1 in their last 4 seasons after that bye break. We're looking forward to that. And 8 games remain with 4 at home, 4 away. And we kick off this Game On bye week with the big sack master, number 96 in the house, Brian Robison. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing great. Great to have you here. How come the big man is still in town while his buddies are out of town?
Well, the wife doesn't really like to fly that much, plus she's pregnant, so she didn't really want to get out too much. And besides that, we just thought we'd just kind of chill out and just sit around and kind of get around the city a little bit, see some things we haven't seen in our previous 4 years, and just get some relaxation, get ready for Green Bay.
It helps to win that last game a week ago against Carolina. It makes resting a whole lot more fun.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you can get a win going into a bye week like that, it definitely helps your morales. And I mean, you would have thought we'd have won the Super Bowl the way we came in that locker room the other day. So definitely going into the bye week being 2-6 feels a lot better than being 1-7.
You guys have been chasing around. You've been doing some heavy lifting this season. You're having a great season. Lots of sacks, lots of getting after the quarterback. It has been challenging, but at the same time, this defense is really growing quickly, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think we've made strides, especially in the last 2 weeks, on getting where we want to get. And you know, it's been a long road for us to get there. And things have been difficult for us, but we're getting to where we want to get. And I think you saw it last week. We went out in the second half, had some big-time 3-and-outs, got the ball back to our offense where they could wear down their defense. And as long as we keep doing that, definitely the sky's the limit for us.
Quickly, how people stop talking about the second-half failures when you get an offense, and this is my opinion, you get a quarterback in there who can actually drive the ball and eat the clock up a little bit and take the load off you guys.
Oh, it definitely helps when the offense, you know, gets the ball and they take time off the clock like that. And you saw it the other day, you know, just the fact of having their defense on the field, a lot of plays, just wearing them down, eating that clock up. It made, you know, their offense with Cam Newton and Steve Smith come out there, a lot more sense of urgency on their side, you know, and at times a little bit of panic, you know, for them to try to get points on the board and drive down the field. And so for us to get 3-and-outs, get the ball back to them and let them eat clock is huge for us winning games.
What's it like for you to look at your offense do its thing? Adrian Peterson is just a beast.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal athlete.
Amazing.
Man. I mean, he's just one of those guys that you look at every single play and you're just like, how does he do this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great stuff. Brian Robison is in the house. It's bye week. Purple having the day off here. Green Bay next week. More with number 96 here on Game On. Don't forget, you can always catch up with us and get the latest on your teams at our site. It's GameOnTVMN.com. Great blogs. Vikings covered A to Z by Shockers Locker. We're all over the Twins, Wolves, Wild, MMA. All our shows are online too. We link you to our Viking partner site, purplepride.org, the best in the business. Check us out. It's GameOnTVMN.com. Time for fans to weigh in. Voice of the Fan brought to us by Fan HQ at Ridgedale Mall. Fans talking about Coach Frazier and the job he's doing.
I'm still debating on Leslie Frazier. I think he's doing some good things. I'd like to see him manage the game a little bit better, make some better decisions. I wished we'd have done something earlier with quarterback once we noticed the season was kind of going away.
What's this all about?
We're giving Rich the NFL experience of a goal line dive.
Really?
There's an easier way to get an ultimate NFL fan experience. Just snap the tag wherever Bud Light is sold and you could win. Bud Light in the NFL. Here we go.
Can I make it?
On the internet, yes. Into the end zone, no.
Now you can sell your gold and get a great wireless deal in one stop.
We'll show you.
The twins at BC Wireless offer prepaid plans with recurring billing, no contracts, no credit checks. At BC Wireless, we offer T-Mobile, Simple Mobile, Boost Mobile,
And gold.
BC Wireless also buys your gold. BC Wireless with 2 metro locations and growing. For gold and prepaid wireless, it's BC Wireless.
Los atendemos en español.
Welcome back, it's Game On. Rod here with Brian Robison, number 96 of the Minnesota Vikings. Great to have you in the house. It's off day for the Vikings. The NFL calls it the bye week. You had Green Bay a couple of weeks ago. You get them next week when you get back. That can't be any fun chasing Aaron Rodgers.
No, we got to make sure we keep him in the pocket because when he's able to get out and make plays with his feet, it definitely puts a lot of stress on those DBs back there and even the linebackers because they get caught in limbo of whether to cover their man or run up and try to tackle him. So he's a heck of an athlete, and we got to make sure we stop him.
Now, when you look at the season that you've had and 8 games left, is it all about growth at this point for you guys as together as a unit?
Absolutely. We made strides the last 2 weeks, and now we're going back to face Green Bay at Green Bay, so it's going to be a tough road game.
Yeah.
But it's one of those games that you're going to really see if you're really making the strides that you need to make, or if you're going to take 2 steps back. So it's a team that you're going to see a lot of looks from them. So they're going to basically try to put you in situations where it's a must-lose for defenses, and so we got to make sure we get after those guys. Get after the tight ends. Jermichael Finley's and Greg Jennings and those guys, and then not only that, you got Aaron Rodgers back there. So you got to make sure you handle those guys.
Pick your poison. Now, you might not know this, but Brian is big time into the social media, and he actually does answer. If you send him a Facebook note, he does get back to it. You're really enjoying the Facebook side and the Twitter side.
Well, it's an opportunity for me to converse with fans that wouldn't normally see me on an everyday basis, and that's the way I look at it. Is a lot of people say you're such a classy guy that you answer these messages and things like that, and it's like I tell them, I'm not any different than anybody else. I just have a glorified job, and so for me, it's ways that I can conversate with the fans and the people that appreciate what I do, and really and truly, I'm one of those guys that realize that without them, I wouldn't be able to do any of this.
And it's very, very cool. Do you know we had a graphic here just a second ago about you were the last guy to tackle Brett Favre before he became a Viking. Did you know that?
I did know that. Yes.
Did you ever talk to him about that?
I rubbed it in his face a few times. I actually had a picture of the sack. I tried to get him to sign it, but yeah.
Before we let you go, we got to let everybody know in January, going to be a proud papa. You got to be excited about that.
I'm very excited about it. I mean,
boy or girl? Do you know yet?
We're having a little girl, so she's going to be daddy's spoiled little brat. So
I got one of those myself.
I'm preparing myself.
Going to be a princess. Brian Robison, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Take care of yourself. Stay safe the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
Go Vikes. Brian Robison, number 96, the sack master, only here on Game On. And in our Game On update, great start for the Viking rookie quarterback Christian Ponder. 2 starts and a dramatic, if not fortunate, win in North Carolina a week ago on Sunday. Ponder, you got to admit, is easing into his new role, even as Ryan Longwell told us recently on Game On. Number 7 has the team's full support.
the team aspect of football is you rally around who's ever on the field. Having said that, we all have individual jobs to do that we have to do well. Yeah. And obviously in our individual jobs, we haven't been doing what we need to do. And so we need to take care of ourselves just like we need to take care of whoever's behind center. And we'll rally around Christian. It's an awesome opportunity for him. Yeah. And we're excited to see how he plays just like everybody else is.
No longer #1, but 2 recent sports movies are still a hit at the box office. You might remember we've exclusively told you about Moneyball and Real Steel. Brad Pitt talked about his newest hit.
I'm saying to you, you're going to get a nomination out of this.
And you're going to win the championship.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, what's really important to me is you know, that the film's quality and people are enjoying it, and that Billy didn't have to leave the country, and I that's my hope.
And Hugh Jackman told me a couple of weeks ago in New York City that Real Steel is the real deal.
I loved every second of it. I think a lot of people presume special effects movies or movies that have special effects in it. I don't think this is really a special effects movie. It's real human story, but people assume that for actors it's a nightmare. But we had Spielberg as executive producer, and he told Sean, he said, I suggest you use real robots whenever you can. So he agreed to let us build 4 real robots.
And that is your Game On update. We'd love to have you join us for a live Game On taping here at 7 at Block E downtown. Check our website for up-to-date guests. We got Chris Cluey coming up next week, Jim Marshall, the Purple People Eater himself, the week after. You can view the shows at our website. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and iTunes as well. It's only Game On TV. Fans always have a voice here on Game On. Voice of the fan now, grading Coach Frazier's work.
I think he just needs a little more time. He's thrown to the wolves in not a terrific position, and I think he just needs to build the team to be what he wants it to be.
Being creative is who we are.
At Wallingberg and Deeply, families are our passion. We help create new families.
This combination of experience, passion, and creativity allows us to fully represent individuals in family court crises.
Wallingberg and Deeply believes in families. We will listen, counsel, and advocate for you. Wallingberg and Deeply, the premier family law firm of Minnesota.
Ever feel like you're missing out on mobile internet because smartphone plans cost too much? T-Mobile's here to help. With America's largest 4G network, Facebook, gaming, entertainment, T-Mobile gives you all this for just $49.99.
Introducing T-Mobile's best plan ever. Unlimited data, talk, and text. 2 lines, just $49.99 each for a limited time. From America's largest 4G network.
T-Mobile.
Check out our latest 4G smartphones like the HTC Sensation and the MyTouch 4G Slide.
Welcome back. It's Game On, powered by 7, and that is another championship trophy. Rod, with Kyle Altman, the captain of the NASL champion Minnesota Stars. Congratulations. I'd say I'd shake your hand, but I don't want you to drop it. That's a beautiful piece of hardware.
Yeah, it's great. It's a lot heavier than it looks. It's a proper trophy.
No one gave you guys a shot really at the start of the season, and what an end of the season, over 28 games, and you take care of business with Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, you know, obviously early in the season we played really well, and you know, we were pretty close to the top of the table, and you know, once we hit a little bit of a slump, people started writing us off and thought that some powerhouse teams, especially Montreal, were going to come back, catch us, and people had written us off as a playoff contender. So it was nice to prove our critics wrong.
Now I understand Angie Blaker in your office drove some 30 hours from Minnesota to Fort Lauderdale and she had the trophy with her. The trophy made several state stops, didn't it?
Yeah, she drove down to Fort Lauderdale just to be a part of the team. You know, she's a team administrator and she's great with the guys.
Yes.
Really good personality and does a lot of work that goes unnoticed for the team.
Angie, nice work. Tell us about Dark Clouds, because you're really involved in the community. You got a big fan base. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the Dark Clouds are very special to the Minnesota Stars. You know, I think that they're the most passionate, the most loyal supporting group in not only the NASL but possibly all of Minnesota sports.
Now, I understand that Joe Warren, we had him on a couple of weeks ago, Joe Warren, the goalie, obviously, and played a gigantic role in your team's success. What was it like playing in front of him?
Easy.
Nice.
Easy to sum up. You know, as a center back, there's a lot of things that you just don't have to worry about when you have Joe behind you, you know. Any high ball that comes into the box, you know, is going to come and claim. So all I have to do is make sure that I'm protecting him by making sure there isn't a stupid forward trying to run through him, you know.
Yeah.
And there's one that's dumb enough to do that, you know, he could get his lights knocked out. He's a big boy.
I love that.
Yeah.
So congratulations on the championship. Do you ever get tired of holding the hardware?
No.
That's a beautiful trophy.
No, not at all. I would take it home with me if I could.
And it has a nice ring to it. NASL champion, Minnesota Stars. Kyle Altman, congratulations. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.
The championship is here in Minnesota. Great to have you here. Only here on Game On. When you join us here at 7, we got you covered for a free charge on that smartphone. The T-Mobile charging station will take care of you and put a charge back in your phone. It's all courtesy of T-Mobile and 7. Time again for our Voice of the Fan, our last check. How do you think Coach Frazier is doing?
I guess he's done a decent enough job. You know, I'd like to see a little bit more fire out of him on the sidelines. You know, sometimes we've been getting pretty outplayed. I'd like to see a little bit of more emotion out of him. I know he's a really laid-back, easygoing coach, but I'd just like to see a little bit of fire.
Get the party started. Dale. Pitbull together with Bud Light. Here we go.
Now you can sell your gold and get a great wireless deal in one stop.
We'll show you.
The twins at BC Wireless offer prepaid plans with recurring billing, no contracts, no credit checks. At BC Wireless, we offer T-Mobile, Simple Mobile, Boost Mobile,
And gold.
BC Wireless also buys your gold. BC Wireless with 2 metro locations and growing. For gold and prepaid wireless, it's BC Wireless.
Los atendemos en español.
It is time for the MIAC Minute, and many of you probably recognize this face. He's in
No, you
local
don't.
television news. Former MIAC football player at Bethel. It's Dave Berggren. Great to have you in the house.
Hey, good to see you, Rod.
Nice
Absolutely.
to see you, too. One of the things that I didn't know when I see you showing up at news events and talking to you out in TV land is that you actually played, and you played as Bethel's program was really starting to uptick with Coach Johnson.
Well, absolutely. They were starting to take that corner, turn that
Yeah.
corner a little bit. And Coach Johnson, of course, we know he's all about building a family first,
Yeah.
and then really going over the X's and O's. And really, that's what I was able to gain first and foremost, was develop those kind of relationships and really pull together as a family and learn about life,
Yeah.
as well as football. But I went to Bethel in the early 2000s
Yeah.
when he was really starting to say, hey, we're going to be a program now that's going to consistently beat St. John's. We're going to win MIAC titles.
Everybody wanted to beat St. John's.
Well, of course. And now they've really made that turn, and
Yeah.
now they go deep into the playoffs, as we saw last year. They went all the way to the semis.
And we've been talking about how prolific the MIAC is in football. We talk about St. Thomas, there's Bethel, there's St. John's, and now St. Olaf.
Well, yeah, and everybody thinks MIAC football, oh, St. John's, they're the powerhouse.
Right.
And that's true to some extent. They've got an amazing football program over at St. John's.
Yeah.
But right now, currently, we've got 3 teams in the top 25, St. Olaf, St. Thomas, Bethel. St. John's isn't even in the top 25, so nationally, the MIAC is actually becoming a perennial powerhouse. And in my estimation, Rod, I would say there's going to be a national champion coming out of the MIAC in the near future, because it's just about, we're around the corner, yeah.
Let's be clear, when you're playing in the MIAC D3, there's no scholarship, so you're playing for the love of the game, and you actually liked it, although you admit it's tough.
Well, and a lot of guys go, I don't want to play D3, I want to try to go D2, D1.
Right.
But I'll tell you about D3 football is that you can have a life outside of football. So if you want to do student government or lead the freshmen in some mentoring programs or that kind of thing, you can get involved in other ways at a D3 program, but still play football at a very high level with some coaches who, I played for an offensive coordinator that went on and coached in the NFL. Right. So, I mean, you can play for some high-level coaches at a high level, but still kind of have a life as well.
And it's such a great story. Bethel, youngster, makes it big in television news. Delighted to have you with us.
Appreciate that.
And thanks for all the good things that you're doing for the MIAC too. They greatly appreciate that.
It's a good education, great sports, and of course I owe a lot to my education at Bethel, absolutely.
Dave Berggren in the house.
Rod Simons, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
I like it.
Only here in the MIAC Minute. Let's check the Wheels of Thunder calendar. The Vikings, November 14th at Green Bay. The Gophers get Bucky in town with Wisconsin, November 12th. And if the Wolves were playing, they'd be playing Phoenix on November 9th. The Wild on the 17th against Colorado. The NHL alums, the Minnesota NHL alums, are playing the Minnesota Warriors. This is a great game on November 11th. Check it out at mnwarriors.com. The Warriors are a hockey team made up of injured, wounded, or otherwise disabled veterans. They mix the NHL players with the Warriors. It's just a great night. mnwarriors.com. Twins are 111 days away from spring training. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night. Mall of America, Taste of the NFL stages its night to help eradicate hunger. Tickets available at tasteofthenfl.com. On the Wheels of Thunder radar, they're in Duluth on November 25th through the 27th, snow willing, and December 17th and 18th in Elk River. On the 7 calendar, don't forget Monday Night Football with Clarence Bethia tomorrow, boxing on November 12th. The 23rd is Thanksgiving Eve Bash, and 'tis the season. Gift cards are available from 7. Buy $100, they'll give you a $25 gift card as well. Superstars segment now. Great to have Lauren Nelson back in the house from mnhockeyhub.com. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
It was a couple of weeks ago, actually around the first part of September, you were here. You guys launched MN Hockey Hub, the top 100 hockey players in the state of Minnesota. We got to be close to number 1 now. Where are we?
We're getting there. One by one, we're getting there. We're in the 20s now.
Nice.
Working our way down.
You're still not going to tell me who's number 1?
No, I'm not.
All right, all right. Nope. But recently you've had a number of NHL players, including Mike Ramsey.
Mike Ramsey, Minneapolis Roosevelt. He came out recently, Olympic gold medalist, 4-time NHL All-Star, but he was a great high school player at Minneapolis Roosevelt.
The reaction has been extremely positive.
Oh yeah, I mean, it stirred some debate. You know, he's too low. He should be a lot higher on the list. That kind of thing, which is exactly what we were looking for. But people love to reminisce about the great players the state has produced. There's been so many, and it really has been a nice way to kind of honor all these great players.
And Herb Brooks, mind you, Herb Brooks was 100, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 100 on the list.
So you've gone from 100 to down in the 20s, and the idea is to spur interest and let everybody know that you're doing a lot of hockey year-round.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the nice thing about this is, we have a story every day on the site, fresh story that we think people will really be interested in. Keep people coming to the site even during when we started the dog days of summer. Now we're getting close to the high school start of the high school season. Number 1 will come out the day the high school season starts.
Very nice. mnhockeyhub.com. Get it there. Lauren, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're the best. And we'll keep you updated too.
All right.
Only here on GameOn.
Pick up the latest issue of Wheels of Thunder magazine. If it's on wheels, you'll find it in Wheels of Thunder. Full color photos of bikes, trikes, cars, trucks, and even sleds. High performance or right off the street. Mind-blowing power, speed, and custom touches. It's all in Wheels of Thunder magazine. Plus, find out about the latest races, rallies, and custom products and services in your area. Check out Wheels of Thunder on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Wheels of Thunder.
Wallingberg and Deebly believes in families. We understand and support families in all their many forms. And when legal problems arise in the family, Wallingberg and Deebly is there. Wallingberg and Deebly, the premier family law firm of Minnesota. When you need us, Call 612-326-3453 or visit wbdlaw.com.
Welcome back. It's Game On, powered by 7, your ultimate event destination. It's bye week, but we were telling you last week, GB in the house. We're going to have something special on this bye week. Great to have you back.
Nice to be back.
So Brian, when you're a big football fan. If you missed us last week, you're hanging with every Viking play, so we enjoyed the Carolina win, didn't we?
Oh, it was great.
Nice.
It was good.
And your little guys have met Brian Robison. They like the big sack master?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the hair.
They like the.
I like the hair.
Yeah. Did you ever have back in the day the long?
Oh, when I could grow it, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried.
Those were good days. Those are good days. So, what are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play a song off the new album called Hope 1 Mile, and the song is called Dedication.
And if you want the album, it's a great listen. gbleighton.com.
Yes.
Brian Leighton of GB Leighton.
To think time was on my side. Maybe I'm wrong. It's too many days ago. Living on hopes and dreams and love. A brother that's rough. Maybe it's not enough. My life, it's a shot worth taking. I've got faith, but I want more. Might be cracked, but I ain't breaking. Takes a heart, dedication. Sometimes a day like years, and others go fast. Some are never meant to last. I wanna live them all with no regrets, and try to turn sparks into fire in the dark. My life, it's a shot worth taking. I've got faith, but I want more. I might be cracked, but I ain't breaking. Takes a heart, dedication. It's a broken road that never ends. Get knocked down, you gotta get back up again. Bet my life, it's a shot worth taking. I've got faith, but I want more. Might be cracked, but I ain't breaking. Takes a heart, takes a heart. Takes a heart, dedication. It takes a heart.